Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me for today's Timeless Pick a Card Tarot reading. Before we get started, I want to let you know I'm giving away a free personalized tarot reading. And all you have to do to qualify is give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and type Be the Light in the comment section below. I'll be announcing the winner on September 2nd, 2024. All right, for the first reading, we have Frog, along with blue Aragonite. And for the second reading, we have Seal, along with yellow citrine. And for reading number 3, we have Hawk, along with Bloodstone. Let your intuition be your guide, whichever crystal and or image you're most drawn to is probably the reading meant for you, and you'll find a link to all the readings in the description box below. And if you hear noises in the background, those are my dogs, and that was Torby entering the room to come and help with your reading. Hello, reading number 1. You chose the blue Aragonite, which is connected to the third eye, the throat chakra, and the heart chakra. It helps to lessen the intensity of emotions, and particularly painful emotions. It helps to increase patience. It helps you to understand and navigate relationships with ease. And you also chose the frog, which this card comes from a Druid oracle deck, and I do list all the cards that I use in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. And if I have a link where you can find them, I include that. But the Druid pronunciation of frog, or word for frog, is laskin. And you know, these amphibians exist both on land and in the water. So they're very symbolic of being able to traverse different worlds. And they are also used in magic rituals by shaman. Frogs have very sensitive skin. They're often the first indicators of changes in the environment. And so I feel that perhaps you have some sensitivities, and with proper understandings and practices, you can fine-tune them to benefit you rather than having them cause you any kind of discomfort or pain. All right, so let's keep going and see how those energies combine. And you know, I just realized I forgot something. Give me one moment. I noticed it looked different. Okay, let's see how those energies combine into the rest of your message. What does Spirit want? Oh, this one. Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. All right, that's interesting. Let's get a card from this deck. What does Spirit want? Reading number 1 to know at this time. Okay. Look at that. Another frog. The Frog and Lotus Metamorphosis. And of course, the lotus is a very spiritual symbol of the opening and unfolding, the enlightenment, the evolution of the spirit as it continues to unfold and transform, evolve. Wow. Okay, if you are a frog person, you have little frog figurines, or you enjoy listening to their songs. Maybe you have a frog tattoo. Please let me know. Wow. All right, let's get another card. What message do you want? Reading number 1. All right. Sage, wisdom, purification, and harmony. All right, so it is very important for frogs to exist, like I said, in a clean environment, because they are the first ones that will show indications of there being something new in the environment. We'll see mutations on frogs with any little subtle changes in the water or on the land where they are. So there is some call to cleanse, purify, detoxify your space, your energy. I'm hearing protect your energy. Again, not from evil or negativity. This isn't about fear. It's about your sensitivity and being able to fine-tune this gift that you have that can really help you discern and navigate the energies in life. Let's get some tarot cards and see what other clues we can get about your message. Reading number 1. All right, the Lord. Okay. So the Lord is like, you know, the Emperor in other tarot decks. The 7 of Wands. That makes sense. Yeah. So here you are, you know, defending your energy or defending against, you know, other forces. But the good news is, look, he has the vantage point. He's on the higher ground. You're on higher ground. So I see you, even if it seems like there's multiple energies that you're, you know, working against or that are working against you, because you have the higher ground, because you have the vantage point. I see you being safe and successful. Give me one moment. All right, the Hanged Man, which is, you know, going within, meditation, taking a pause. It can also be changing your perspective, right? He's hanging upside down, so everything looks different from this view, which is interesting that here you have this, you know, being up here, this vantage point looking down, and here hanging upside down, a completely different view, completely different perspective. Very interesting. All right, let's keep going. All right, the High Priest. All right, interesting that you have the Lord and now the High Priest, which would be like the Hierophant. 2 of Wands. All right, let's see if we can scoot this down just a bit and squeeze one more in. All right. Give me one moment. All right, so this card is Cornunus, and it's like you are meant to... All right, this is Cornunus, and you are meant to explore this other side of you. It's like you're rewilding yourself. You're meant to join forces with nature spirits, with maybe perhaps deities that you feel connected to. It's like, in order to navigate these energies with your sensitivity, your sensitive skin, the structure or method that you need is not to resist what's happening, but to surrender to it. Look at the difference in this. It's not just this person's higher up and this person has a different perspective. This person is, you know, defensive and combative. And this person, I mean, they're completely vulnerable, naked, hanging from a tree, tied up. They are surrendering to something. And this is an initiation. You are meant to join forces with some other energy. So in order to purify, you can, you know, use sage, and certainly sage is an energy. We understand that plants and trees and animals have spirits. So, you know, create allies with different plants. But again, you can also do this with your guides, with your angels, with whatever energies you feel connected to. This is a huge spiritual level up, but also a calling. You're being called. This is, you know, igniting a passion within you. You're being called to this higher level, like a shaman, perhaps. I mentioned that shaman use frogs, and we have 2 frogs here, 2 major metamorphosis. So look at the difference. This is a huge change. All right, a huge change. Even these 2 figures, when we look at them, this one, you know, he has his horns on, his helmet on, his cloak on. He's got his staff in his hand. He looks a little bit more ready to take action. And after you surrender, look at this one, is still powerful, but more relaxed, more at peace. Remember, the blue Aragonite was about patience, right? And this can take time. So there's this idea of whatever the situation is approaching it with patience. And again, the 2 of Wands is uniting 2 energies. And we see it's one person holding 2 wands. So there's 2 energies that you are bringing together. Wow, I love that. And then we see 2 people here. So again, I feel that you're being called to this rewilding. You know what? I feel like we should get one more card. Let's get, all right, I felt like this one moved. Okay, hold on. All right, I love this deck because it's different than a traditional tarot deck. The meanings of the cards, the depictions are slightly different, but there is a lot of nudity. So here we have the Lovers. I mean, there couldn't be a more obvious depiction of the union of 2 energies. So we have 2 energies here. We have, these are the same people. You have the Lovers here and the Lovers here, right? For some of you, this could, of course, be about your sexuality or a romance, but for many of you, I feel that it's the uniting of 2 energies. It could even be your shadow side and you. It can be 2 different aspects of you. But I do see that this is an initiation of sorts. And it doesn't mean that you haven't been pursuing this type of path. It's just, this is the next level. This is an even higher calling. And it's just going to shift your whole perspective. You're going to take a completely different approach, surrendering to these energies and allowing them to guide you. You're really learning to navigate these energies instead of resist them. Wow. Pile number 1. I'm just in awe. I'm just so impressed. Please let me know how this resonates. I love to hear the connections you make between your own life and what's presented in the readings. Of course, you're always welcome to get additional guidance by visiting me on my website. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 2. Welcome. You chose the yellow calcite, which radiates positivity. It's connected to the solar plexus. It increases confidence. It helps to clear away old energy patterns. And you also chose this card, Seal. And look at the yellow here. It's even reflected in the seal's coat. We see a rainbow here. Almost looks like it's coming out of the seal's head or going into their crown. So I see that you're entering this empowered, powerful, confident, positive cycle. All right, let's see how that combines with the rest of your reading to bring you your message today. I do list all the cards that I use in the description box below, and if you're interested in getting some, I usually put a link if I have one where you can find them. All right, Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Love that. The other thing I was going to mention is that, like the frog, the seal goes from land to sea, water to land. So perhaps that is part of the transform shapeshifter energy, is being able to exist in different realms. This could be the spiritual realm and the physical realm, but it could also be, you know, walking amongst different kinds of people in different arenas, different tribes, being comfortable within your own skin amongst different kinds of people. Let's keep going and see what other messages we get. What message do you have for reading number 2? All right, we have the snake and fern, starting over. Yeah, as I mentioned, I do feel you entering a new cycle, a cycle where you feel very powerful, positive, confident. And somebody mentioned in a very recent reading where 2 snakes showed up, you know, the snake can symbolize knowledge, which is definitely true. It definitely can. And that's what this snake reminds me of. The fern is a very ancient design. It's one of the earliest plants as far as what we think of plants. It's, you know, when you look at it, it still has spores like a mushroom, which it's a descendant of mushrooms, right? It evolved from fungus, and it still has that way of propagation. And it even goes through different stages. They're actually fascinating plants. So I feel that maybe you are beginning to really access this kind of ancient knowledge within. All right, the hearth, safety, comfort, spiritual connection. What did I tell you? Spiritual connection, absolutely. Safety and comfort. I really like that. Like I mentioned, it's like you're comfortable wherever you go. And, you know, the hearth is that center of the home. It's that sacred flame. It's where people gather. But I feel that it's something within you, your heart, your hearth within yourself, that light within you, you feeling that you are your home. Again, no matter where you are, what situation you are, feeling confident, feeling adaptable, you know, to be able to adapt and shapeshift to whatever you need to in that situation. And look at this, we see a snake here as well as this snake. Interesting, really interesting. All right, Let's get some tarot cards now and see what other message we can get from Spirit. What message do you have for reading number 2? 9 of Pentacles. What did I tell you? This is independence. This is somebody who is able to provide for themselves, somebody who is financially stable, secure. And you hear the dog confirming that. What I love about this particular depiction is in the traditional tarot deck, you see a woman dressed in fine clothes, surrounded by beautiful things. She has beautiful jewelry on. Where this woman, and she has a bird, but it's like a fancy bird, a bird that maybe somebody wealthy would own. This woman has a bird that would hunt for her. And again, so there's this idea of you connecting to the spiritual realm, and this bird perhaps being that aspect of yourself that can fly to higher realms, to connect to your guides, to connect to angels. But also this kind of confident, look how confident she is. This confidence in being able to get what you want. Love that for you. All right, the Death card. So we have starting over and we have the Death card. And look, another snake. Something is coming to an end. And you're starting over with something. Very interesting. All right, the Hermit. You know, it's interesting because the Nine of Pentacles is independence. We see someone here alone. And the Hermit is also someone alone. But look at the energy, the difference in the depictions of these two figures. I feel that what's coming to an end is if you've felt dependent on other people, if you've felt lonely, if you've felt scared, sad. Again, you're entering this phase of positivity, of strength, power, empowerment, confidence. And look at this, 9 of Pentacles, and the Hermit is also a 9. 9 is a number of fulfillment. So you're entering a phase where you're able to create this energy, this feeling of fulfillment. You're able to create your own opportunities, is what they're telling me. Oh, hold on one moment. All right, the Star. The Star is rebirth. And you know, snakes shed their skin. So I feel that you are going through this type of transformation where you're shedding an old life, an old skin, some aspect of yourself. And you're born renewed, a stronger, amplified version of yourself. And look at the yellow hair. Really golden. This is rejuvenation. It's also success and hope. Love that. You know, the Hermit is said to carry the star within their lamp. Wow, I am loving the story that your cards are telling. Reading number 2. All right, let's get maybe 2 more. We'll see. Okay. The 9 of Cups. Wow, that's 3 9s. Wishes fulfilled. 999. This is also, you know, you are about to complete something huge. Wow. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's scoot this down just a bit. See if we can sneak in one more card. Let me use both hands to do this. You may even feel an affinity to snakes. Maybe you have a snake ring, or you may even have a pet snake, or you're just interested in them. All right, the Magician. Yeah, what did I tell you? You are creating your own opportunities. We have the Rooster here. You know, it's like the dawn of something new. Look at the sun rising. This just feels so powerful, so confident, so empowered. Like you can really just count on yourself. You don't need anyone else, which is completely different than, you know, not wanting anyone else or not relying on anyone else. It's not that you're not able to work with others. You are. It's just that you don't need to. You don't need to depend on others. You can do things for your own. It just, you're really entering this powerful phase where you have all the resources you need to do exactly what you need and want to do. Look at the strength of this figure. Look at the confidence of this figure and the beauty of this figure. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for you, reading number 2. This is just so beautiful. Please let me know how this resonates. Yeah, you know, when I looked at the Death card and I asked what is ending in my mind, I pulled the Hermit, and I'm now noticing, look at their cloaks are very similar. So it's like, I don't think that the Hermit card is a bad card, but Spirit speaks to me through the images as well as the meanings, the known meanings of the cards. If you hear something in the background, that's Cleo getting up, stretching. But you see how they are shrouded in this dark cloak. And I see this darkness, whatever it's been in your life, that you're shedding that. And look how everyone else is dressed in these other cards. Wow. And 3 9s. This is very auspicious. So happy for you. And this is, when I'm doing this is the very end of August. So we are coming up on the 9th month, on September. So September may be very significant for you. This may be when that shift happens. Wow. Thank you for that confirmation and that little detail. Super excited for you, reading number 2. Please let me know how this resonates. I love to hear the connections you make between the readings and your own life. I am wishing you the best. You're always welcome to reach out to me via my website linked below if you would like additional guidance. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 3. Welcome. You chose the Bloodstone, which cleanses and realigns the lower chakras to the heart chakra. And it also helps to relieve any kind of distress with the whole body that this realignment may cause. It helps you to be grounded and connected. All right, you also chose the hawk, which is also a cleansing symbol, and it helps you to see things from a different perspective, as well as connecting to your ancestors. All right, let's see how these energies collaborate with the rest of the cards to bring your message today. I do list all the cards that I use in the description box below, and if I have a link where you can find them, I'll include that as well. All right, look at that. White witch, be the light. Another bird. Perhaps you are a bird person. I mean, it just, the way they're both looking at us really caught my eye. Be the light. All right, I like that. Let's get some more messages. What else would you like? Reading number 3 to know, okay? The bear and cedar, leadership. I love be the light and leadership. Yeah. Leading by example, modeling this behavior for others. And look at how all of these animals are looking straight forward. Yeah, I really feel that your ancestors are with you. Their presence is very strong. The moth. This moth looks like the moth here in her hair. Mystery, concealment, and illusion. And look at all the eyes, even on this tree. I feel there's something being revealed to you. Your ancestors are revealing themselves to you. And again, this may be through you seeing moths, through you seeing birds. I'm even seeing somebody, a moth touching you, like brushing against your leg. If that has happened recently, please put that in the comments below. If not, then it may happen very soon, in the next couple of days. Just know that is your ancestors communicating with you. And I also see somebody using cedar, the same way some people use sage to cleanse a space, to consecrate a space, to connect with their ancestors. Somebody's also using the juniper berries. Please let me know if that's you. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages Spirit has for you. Reading number 3. All right, we have 5 of Swords, a change. All right, I just wanted to look up how to pronounce this. Verilf. So the Verilf are these ancient Welsh alchemists. We see here somebody combining different energies together. And here, the 5 of Swords, it's interesting that it's coming under be the light. So we see 2 people that look like they have had a conflict, right? So it's 2 opposing forces. And here we see energies being combined. This card also speaks of, again, you accessing ancient knowledge, you accessing the knowledge of your ancestors, and using that to overcome whatever this challenge is. All right, let's see. The Fool, all right. Beginning something new. And it looks like he's carrying mistletoe. which is kind of a cure-all. Very interesting. So beginning something new. The Two of Pentacles, balancing energies. All right, I'm not sure what has been going on, but there's definitely been some kind of conflict. Now, this could be external with another person, with circumstances, situations, but it can also be an internal struggle. And I see that shifting. Look at these next three cards. So we see here somebody taking different energies, creating something new, starting something new, and balancing the forces. And in either case, I feel for many of you that it is something internal, like an internal kind of struggle, but that may not be for everybody. Take it as it resonates. In any case, you are being guided to be the light. So if you are, you know, if you have that internal voice that is critical, for example, ask questions that lead you towards the light. Is it possible this? Is it possible that? If you're feeling unworthy or doubt or fearful, you know, muster up that other aspect of you. Do rituals, do cleansings, ask your ancestors for help to help you balance this energy. And I do see you balancing it. And if it's with someone else, again, stay curious. Ask for guidance from your guides, from your ancestors, how you can get these two seemingly opposed forces to work together. And what they're showing me is, again, the idea that sometimes things that seem like they're the opposite are actually the same. They're just different degrees of it. And how can you combine them to create something new? There's something new coming out of this that's going to balance these energies. Let's get some more cards. All right, we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, again, something new. You have the Fool and the Ace of Wands. What a beautiful card. So growth, spirituality, passion, a breakthrough of some sort, some new beginning. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay, you have the Fool, you have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. This is pretty amazing. Okay, you know, I feel like this Ace of Wands is, you know, it's growth, but it's almost like this seed that's bursting forth. And then you have the Ace of Cups to water it, to nurture it. Look at all of this water. And the water in the cup suit is symbolic of emotion. So it is your love, your emotion that is nurturing this new passion, this new creative force. And the verlet is the combining of the masculine and the feminine, the inner and the outer, those two halves of the whole, those two aspects that are needed to create something new. And the Fool is trusting your intuition, which comes from that balancing, that realigning, that cleansing of the lower chakras with the heart chakras. And the heart is very much connected to the Ace of Cups. So you're aligning those lower chakras with the heart chakra so that now you can pursue this life, viewing it as an adventure and trusting that everything will be provided just at the right time, trusting that you will find just what you need to find just at the right time, and trusting your own guidance system, your own intuition, bringing balance back into your life, which again, it's just sparking this whole new growth, this whole new passion that you're going to be able to sustain and nurture. I love this reading number 3. Absolutely love it. So magical, so powerful. Something big is definitely coming your way. A huge change, a huge shift from feeling conflicted to feeling adventurous and balanced and whole, creative, playful, trusting. Really, really nice. Pile number 3, so happy for you. Please let me know how this resonates. I love reading your comments and the connections you make between your personal life and what the cards say. You're always welcome to reach out to me through my website and get additional guidance if you feel you need it. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.